Hi, this video will show you how to draw the maze for graphics in Year 7. First thing you need to do is go to this URL here, www.tinyurl.com/mazeconstruction, and that will take you to this document. This document is a Google Doc which shows you how to do everything in the maze. So you can go watch the video you're seeing now, or you can read this document, or do both, and it will show you how to do it. First thing you want to do is click this link here, and that will get you to the template. So you have to download this template here. Just click the little arrow and it will download it for you. Okay, and then open it in SketchUp. It will look something like this. Okay, and then you have to read through the instructions. So first thing we have to do, using the paint bucket, create a path from start to finish, painting the squares white. Now, really important, you only delete the dark blue and light blue squares. Do not delete the red squares. You'll notice there's a pattern to the red squares. Okay, if I go to SketchUp, there's a pattern. Okay, that every second square. Do not, under any circumstances, touch a red square. So I get the paint bucket tool, which is here, and I want to paint things white. So if I grab my paint bucket and start painting things white, I can do this. I'll make my path like this. So that's my path. Step 1 done. Step 2, create the dead ends. Now using the paint bucket, create dead ends coming off from the main path. Again, only delete the dark blue and light blue squares. Do not delete the red squares. Okay, so I can have a dead end here. I can have this happening here. I could do this, and I could do that. I could do something. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there, but you can make your maze as complicated or as simple as you want. Okay, and now we fill in the background. Using the paint bucket with red, select paint all of the dark blue and light blue squares, making every square red. Okay, so let's go to red. And now every square that I haven't colored in, I'm going to make red. Done. So now you can see every square is red. So the only thing I can see is the path that I want to cut out. Let's assume I do something like this. Okay, no, not that one, that one. Okay, so here I have a red square surrounded by white squares. Every red square needs to be touching another red square. In this case, if I cut that out, what will happen is this red square will be floating in space because the white will be empty and the red represents plastic. So if the white is empty and the red is plastic, this red has nothing to touch. It doesn't have anything to hold on to. All these other reds hang on to the outside plastic, so they're fine. But this one here will float. And so when I turn my maze out, that'll end up as a giant hole. So you need to make sure that every red is touching another red and they're touching the edge here, and that way your maze will be perfect. 5. Delete the background lines. Select the rubber tool and select all the lines leaving the main path and the exterior lines. So I get my rubber tool. I need to rub out all my lines. Okay. I also need to rub out these lines. Okay. So you sort of want to do all the outside lines and the inside lines of the path. Alright, you also need to do the ones inside. So make sure you go and hit those lines. Be careful not to grab one of the outside lines. Okay, so the last thing I need to do is turn everything black and white. So I will go to my paint bucket tool and pick white, and drop here, and then make sure I drop them in the circles as well. Okay, so that is my maze done. The last thing I need to do is export. So if I go to File, Export, 2D Graphic, I need to export as a DXF file. Okay, so I take that file and send it to my teacher to get it cut, or I will take it to the laser cutter and cut it myself. Okay, really simple to do.